Do you want to be considered do you want to be the disposable vibrator?
Ooh, that's a hard line.
Do you want to be a disposable vibrator? Do you want to be that the one that's like, ooh, I tried this. You try.
Yeah.
You try. Like, no, like, it's horrible for both people. It's horrible in both situations. Yes, are there benefits? Of course, but there are a lot of fallbacks.
Yeah.
There are a lot of drawbacks. I'm just saying, like, just don't bother. It's not worth it.
People just don't know how to respect their bodies.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they really don't. They don't know how to say no. They don't know how to build before giving.
Mm-hmm. What happened with, like, I want to ask, what happened with your generation? Your generation got real fucked up, man. Because my generation was the one about when you got French kiss, that was like a highlight. It's like you kissed the girl and that was a highlight.
That's like elementary school.
Yeah, but it's like, yo, in high school, like even for us, like, you know, you're in grade school and you kissed a girl, and that was like, oh my god, like, wow, you're the man. Now it's like grade school, you got people going around giving blowjobs in grade school. And if you get a kiss, it's like, oh, that ain't nothing.
That's light work.
Yo, she did XYZ to me in the back field. I'm like, yo, what the hell? When did a blowjob become a French kiss? Like,
I want to say, or I want to blame the internet. When in doubt, blame the internet.
Yo, I get what you're saying, because, like, look at the difference. With my generation, we didn't have online porn.
Yeah.
We had to get our porn in magazines.
Yeah.
And you had to get these magazines in school, and that was where you had your stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's like your generation had everything handed to them on the silver platter. You can see, you don't have to get these DVDs.
Or you go to the corner store.
Yeah, you don't have to get the DVDs anymore. You can just go online and just, like, it's right there.
Yeah. So
sex is right there.
I blame the internet, because the internet, it showed us more.
Mm-hmm.
And on top of that, we had older guys or girls in the area. They'd go to the corner store or whatever and buy magazines and stuff. And then you had, like, the weirder older people that were, like, training the young people how to do stuff. You know what I'm saying?
R. Kelly.
So
we rhyme back.
So, like, our generation, like, we were really sexual. Like, by the way we dress, talked. I remember this one phase. It's like a band, or like a rubber band.
Yeah.
And if you break the rubber band, you have to do what that band, like, does.
Oh, I remember.
I forgot what it was called.
I heard about that.
But that was my generation. Like, so girls are, like, literally have, I think it was Blue at the time, and Blue was like blowjob. Girls are, like, had that, so you had to break it to get what you wanted. You know what I'm saying? Like, they literally had it. It's not like we gave them the ring. No, they will have it, and they want you to break it. That being said, like, it was more, I think for us, it was more easier to be sexual active or to get play, you know what I'm saying? Like, than your generation. Your generation, you had to put in that work. I won't call it game, but you had to put in that work.
Yeah.
For us, it was just after school, at the pizza spot, or at the park, or at like one of our cribs. Hey, girls, flash us or whatever, and they'll do it. And then for flashing, it leads to something else, and that leads to something else, and to something else, and then boom. That's why, like, my generation is a lot of single parents that are young, or already have like 5 kids already, or they've been having kids since grade 8. You know what I'm saying? Like, we were just introduced to sex way too fast.
Right. And it's like, my generation got introduced to, like, the aspect of, like, easy sex.
Yeah.
Like, when we were about, like, just after high school.
Mm-hmm.
Which is weird. That's when I started really seeing all the stuff, like, it's easy to get whatever you wanted after high school, because it's like, we had to do all this work, we had to do all this stuff. And then now you had things like, at that time you had Tag come out, and High Five, and Black Planet came out, and all you had to do was just, like, make a profile, put your face on it, and be like,
Bada bing, bada boom.
Yeah, and then it's just like, you didn't even have to make comments or say anything. Girls came to you. It made it so much easier. That's where the whole catfishing came about. But girls came to you and you just did, just like, okay, cool, whatever. And you just did your thing. You didn't have to worry about any repercussions. But then, that being said, because with the internet, you guys had it so much easier that all this stuff was just like done so easily for you, and that we had to learn so much. Like, even in high school, which was stupid, that we had to learn how to do computer class, where you actually had to learn how to use MS-DOS. They got rid of that because all the computers now can just do computer language easily. You just have to enter a couple programs, you're good to go. That's it. Right? So you guys had it so much easier compared to us. And it's like, dealing with the internet and whatever, you guys grew up with it. We had to figure it out. We're the generation where it was like, here's this new thing, figure it out. And we figured it out and made it work for us. Then when they said, okay, we're going to make it easier because it was too hard for your generation, so we're going to make it so much easier for the next guys. And it's like, I even said to you before, it's like, this whole new scene of dating is a young man's game. It's not our game anymore, man. It's like, there's so many women that I see are my age, and they're saying they're finding it hard to date and to find somebody and whatever. And it's one part, unfortunately, y'all are being too damn picky.
Yeah, it's high standards.
Yeah, your standards are too high, and you're not realistic. Not even saying that your standards are not realistic. You're not realistic. Yeah. You are a fake person. You're not as real as you think you are. But that this, like, the whole thing is changed up. I was saying it's a young man's game, where it's like, it's your time. It's not our time. And the fact that there's so many women that are my age that can't find somebody, and men that are my age that can't find somebody, because it's the whole aspect of dating for us. It's like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to put in that work. Because I put in that work, like, we look at it as like, yo, we put in that work like 20 years ago. Why am I going to want to put in that work now?
But now that works differently now, because that work is not face to face.
Yeah.
It's through the wire.
Yeah.
It's a totally different game now.
Yeah, we got to text, and it's like, you got to find that right way to start off a conversation.
Yeah.
When our day was just like, hey, what's going on?
That doesn't work anymore.
We just said, hey.
That's generic. That doesn't work no more.
Now when you say, hey, it's like, is that all you got? That's all
You're boring.
Say? You're boring. You suck. You're whack. It's like, yo, hey, you should just be the, what's up?
Nah, that doesn't cut it no more. You have to come with something new out the box. Majority of the time, I hear from females that guys do like corny stuff, like they'll send like emojis of, I can't lie, there's one funny one, and I gave the guy super props for this one. Like, he sent the girl like an emoji of him and her, and he had like a balloon, and the balloon's like in the air, and he goes, oh, I'm supposed to get that to you. It's corny, but it's creative. I think it's all about being creative now to seal the deal. But majority of the time, like, I'm not gonna lie, like, majority of these men on these apps or nowadays, they're just predators, man. Or they're just actors. Like, they'll act just to get the flesh. Once they get the flesh, ciao. Number's blocked, or a different number, or even a different name.
Yep.
You can never find them again. And then these are the type of guys that are ruining perfect girls or good girls. So when they find the next guy that will treat them right, they don't trust you. Or they don't want to give you the time of day because they've been hurt plenty of times. Which is crazy, because there's a lot of good men out there. But girls brush them aside because they're not the player, or they're not a bad boy. They don't have a fancy car. They don't make six figures. This and that and third. There's a lot of good men out there that just waiting for a good girl. Like, I know a lot of good men that just get shafted from girls just to use them, or status wise, or just to learn from them. And then once they soak up the knowledge from that person, they're gone.
figured out what they wanted and got what they wanted.
Yeah, like okay, thank you for teaching me that. Now I'm gonna go to an asshole.
Yeah.
And then go to the asshole. And it's like, it sucks because a good guy, he'll learn new skills, probably even learn new language, probably learn skills that will please his woman. I'm not talking about sexually, like mentally, emotionally, like how to talk to her and all that stuff, how to cater to women. And she'll just brush it aside, like, oh, he just too like he's a caregiver, or he just does the same thing over and over again, or I'm tired of this adventurous and spontaneous things. Like, I want somebody that's dangerous, or I want someone that's rude and obnoxious and is gonna yell at me and stuff. And it's like, you have a perfect guy right here.
Mm-hmm.
He's here helping you. He's not yelling at you. He's not swearing at you. He's not calling you out your name. He's helping and supporting you and your dreams. But yet that's too boring for you. I don't know what to tell you. Because once you get a bad boy, gets you pregnant or whatever, I'll say 7 out of 10 other times, he's gone.
Mm-hmm.
He's on to the next one. You know what I'm saying? So, ladies, pick your battles wisely.
Like, why do you think that good girls like bad boys? Like, why do girls gravitate to assholes?
It's the energy. Real shit. It's the energy.
They got that hyped up energy?
It's the energy. Because think about it. Like, a bad boy is not necessarily alpha.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? It's energy. Like, he could be obnoxious, like throwing stuff around, not tipping the hostess and all that stuff, you know? Mm-hmm. Just being a total jerk. Girls find that, I guess, complex, if that's the right word to say, complex. Mm-hmm. It's like, wow, like, he doesn't care about life, or he doesn't care about what people say about him, or doesn't care how I react to him. Mm-hmm. I'm intrigued. But the good guy, you know, he's gonna hold the door for you. He wants to hold your hand. He wants to carry the bags for you. Like, oh, he's such a pushover, or he's too attentive, and this, that, and third. And they think it's a turnoff. But if a man's trying to help you out, better you, physically and mentally, that should be a turn on. Like, he's not gonna be like a dickhead, like, oh, baby, I have no money today, so can you lend me $5 for presto or whatever? Mm. A good guy goes, yo, baby, like, here's 20. I know you don't need it, but just take it. Mm. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think it has to do with not knowing how to deal with love?
I'll say yeah. Because I think a lot of people don't understand what love is. I'm not saying I'm an expert, but I'm been experiencing that field for quite some time now. But I think people, I don't want to call it true love, but I don't think people know how to express love or even digest love. Especially digest the love. Because people just think it's a word. But it's a feeling, it's an action, it's a bond. And like, once you hear that word, like, I love you, like, it should give you goosebumps. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. It shouldn't be like, oh, okay, me too, or oh, I hear you, or oh, prove it. It shouldn't be like that. You guys should both know that feeling off the bat. Mm-hmm. I think people have been in relationships for, like, let's say 3 to 5 years max. Mm-hmm. And they thought it was love, but it wasn't really love. It doesn't matter if you and that person have a lot in common or don't have a lot of stuff in common. I think it's just the interest level wasn't really there. You're just there with that person just to pass time, or they got you to where you are at the moment, or you're just here chilling until you find the next big deal. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I think a lot of people, they fake the love just to get a status or just get a little rush of what it'll be like when they really find true love. I seen, like I said earlier, like, I seen people be in a relationship 5 to 10 years plus, they go on a vacation and boom, they leave that 5 to 10 relationship to a new person that they just met off the plane. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think people really understand love, which is sad because everybody deserves love. Everybody should be loved. In your relationship, even outside of your relationship, like from work, your family members, you should be loved. If you're not being loved, it's sad, and it really hurts you. Like, it will make you feel unwanted, for one. Two, that you don't want to be in no relationship the rest of your life, and you want to be alone. Nobody should be alone. I repeat, nobody should be alone in this world today. It's much easier to connect with people physically and mentally through the phones and through social networks and stuff, right? So you could find some way. It doesn't matter if it's not at your workplace or your area. You have a conversation with somebody in Japan, Korea, and really kick it off, and then go from there. But I think people are just too stuck into their feelings and into just being neutral and calm, which they shouldn't be. You should be living your life.
That being said, I believe that part of the whole problem is, yes, it has to do with love, but it's love that they're not accepting of love. Because, they have someone that's there and that's willing to put in all the time and effort for them, that's willing to take care of them and be there for them and console them through all this stuff. But yet they're like, oh, you're too much, you're too on me, you're too all over me. It's like you don't know how to leave me alone. It's like, but then they'll get with a dude that'll just treat them like shit and just be like, yo, I ain't got time for your shit. I don't want to talk to you. Go away. And then there's like, oh, but he loves me. I'm like, what? He loves you? He loves you, but you're gonna tolerate it? Okay. There's something okay. We're gonna go into another tangent today. I got another big tangent because it just
go on.
It just hit me. Okay, I am really annoyed and I'm really tired of the situation of people staying in relationships that they know are not good for them. Like, I get it. Do you want to help that person? Especially if they're in an abusive relationship, mentally, physically, whatever kind of abusive relationship. You want to help them, but honestly, you can't. You can only be there for them as much as you want to be. You can only guide them and try to help them out, but you cannot physically get somebody out of a abusive or horrible relationship. You can't do it. And the reason why, it's their addiction. It's like drinking or smoking or doing kind of drugs. You're addicted to it. And until you're ready to kick that habit, until you decide that habit is something that you got to kick, you're not going to stop. Regardless of what anybody says to you, you're not going to stop it. And that's what an abusive relationship is. You are going to stay in it. They're going to stay until they decide that they've had enough and they can't deal with it anymore. And all you can do as their friend or their loved one or as their family member is just be there for them through it and be there for them when they decide that they're gone. And remember, you're going to be pissed off with that person. The reason being is because even though they kick it, they're going to pick it up again. They're going to pick it up again. They're going to say, yo, I'm done. I never want to talk to him again. I never want to see her again. And then him or her just says I'm sorry. I miss you. I'll never do it again. I won't let this happen again. And they're like, oh, but he loves me or she cares. And they're going to pick back up with them. And you're going to be pissed. You're going to be vexed. And you're going to say stuff like, you know what? I can't be there for you. I can't deal with this. Your job is to still be there because every habit is hard to break. You fail more times than you succeed. You will go through 5 failures for that one success. It's just like having a business. You'll go through many different businesses failing before you find that one that succeeds. You'll have how many relationships fail before you get that one success. You'll have many different people that deal with abusive relationships that they'll fail and fail time again to get out of it until they finally say, I'm done. Be there for them when they're ready to say, I'm done. And when they really decide that they're done.
Help them walk away.
Yeah.
That's the biggest play you could do, walk away.
Yeah.
It's the biggest play. Well, that wraps up episode 2. Hope you guys enjoy it. Leave comments, subscribe, watch our IG page for daily posts about life, some funny memes. I'm not gonna lie to you, some fire memes, and some like personal knowledge to help you from your daily lives. You know, we all go through some stuff. So we'll be posting on our IG just to uplift you. If you're going through a bad breakup, you're having hard times at work or at home, or your partner is rubbing you the wrong way, our page can help you with that. We have a lot of good insight from us, especially poetry as well, just to put you in a nice mellow mood. Once again, thank you for listening. Episode 2. It's your boy TJ.
It's your boy Ioletta.
See you guys episode 3. Hopefully we get our damn equipment.
True.